All right, June 30th. That is all that is remaining to the bathroom. And I'm getting ready to put down my mastic and put down those last few tiles. And I will be ready for grout in both bathrooms. Well, for all intents and purposes, the tile job is complete, with the exception of the grout. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight. I'll come back tomorrow and I will do the grout starting in the other bathroom and then finish up with this bathroom. I think it turned out pretty good, especially considering that, as I've said several times, I am a novice. There are a few noticeable places where I messed up to me, but I'm not going to point those out. Let's just suffice it to say that I know where they are. And that's enough. So anyway, I'm happy with this tile job. Okay, so I'm grouting the tile, as you can see. Now, I did this yesterday. I ran out of clean water and I really got exhausted last night. So that is the reason that it's got a lot of haze on it. That's what it looks like after you do the grout on tile, and you have to let it sit for 24 hours or several hours, and then let it haze over and then go back and wipe it up. Now, that is extremely difficult. All grout is, if you don't get it up, and then within a reasonable amount of time, it will stain your tile. But this dark grout is extremely difficult. That's what the grout looks like after all of that haze was cleaned up. I should have got a before shot of this particular bathroom because I really had a difficult time getting that haze cleaned up in half of the bathroom because I ran out of water. That's how she looks after the grout is in. All right, just finished grouting the master bathroom, and I wanted to just make sure I got a quick shot in there. Folks, that's what grout looks like as soon as you get through. It's not a pretty job by any stretch. That's the section that I had already finished, and I went and found a few places of grout that I had missed, so I touched it up there. So that in the upper corner is what it will end up looking like after that is cleaned. That right there. So it's going to look great. It's just a lot of work. I just finished working and I need a break. So I'm out here on a local little body of water called Wheeler Branch. And I'm in my little 10-foot plastic boat, and I did not even bring my trolling motor. I'm just gonna paddle my way. First one of the day, feisty little largemouth. Caught him on a green Cinco worm. That's all I'm gonna be fishing with today. Nice fish. He's a little one, but he's still a nice fish. Number two, less than a minute and a half later after number one was thrown back in. Substantially bigger, probably 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. Keeper. Fish number three. Well, I've got fish number four in the boat. I've dropped him. Let's see if I can get him back up here. Okay, I'm picking back up. He got off my fingertips and was playing around in the boat. He's a feisty little fella. I think that's fish number four. I've lost count. It's a good fishing day. Not the biggest one today, but I think he's the second biggest. Good looking bass. That's fish number five. I would say he is about 1.5 pounds. He's been caught a few times, looks like. He's got some battle scars for sure. Right there. Yep. I may have caught him. Whoa, feisty little fella. Woo, yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say, and you see the bird poop in my boat, this is where I keep it. Oh man. Okay, guy. Kind of reminds me of that movie, The Ridiculous Six, where the guy was doing the fish out of water. Anyway, I was gonna say, Wheeler Branch. I just love this place to fish. It seems like every time I come over here, catch at least one, and most of the time more than one. This is today's very peaceful. By myself, middle of the day, and most of the way down here was shady. And yeah, some good, nice bass today. Nice fish. This is very relaxing. Now fish number 6 or 7, I don't know. I've had, I don't know, 6 or 7 in the boat, but I've actually had, I don't know, probably another 4 that I didn't make it into the boat. But what I was gonna show you is this a little dink, 6 ounces or so. If you come to this place, you can catch, like I caught 80 of these in 1 week. Well, no, between Caleb and myself. I caught 50 myself, but I know Caleb caught another 30, maybe 40. Anyway, good place to fish. Catch these all day long. So it's a fun place to learn how to bass fish for sure. Another, I don't know, 3/4 pounder, 1/2 pounder, something like that. But this guy, talk about being feisty, he bit my worm off my hook. These are some feisty fellas over here. Fun place to... These fish have been feisty today, and every time I get them in the boat, they jump off, get off my hand there. This is the location where Glenna caught her big one here. So it's a nice fish. Well, I'm done. It's about 5 o'clock, so I think I got in the water probably around, I don't know, almost 2. So I was able to spend about 3 hours on the water, caught, I don't know, 10 or more. I know I probably had 8 or 10 in the boat, but I had, I don't know, probably 15 at least on the line. So anyway, as I was getting ready to finish up my trip, there was a
teenager on the fishing off the bank, and we were talking, and he said, hey, are you on Fish Brain? And I was like, yeah. So that was pretty cool. He recognized me from Fish Brain. And if you're not familiar with Fish Brain, it's like Facebook for fishermen. It's what I call it, Facebook for fishermen. And anyway, if you go to Fish Brain, my handle is Cat Cow Yankee on Fish Brain. And that was just pretty neat. Anyway, had a good day fishing here, and it was much needed. It's back to the farm to clean the grout. Well, I returned from my fishing trip, and I cleaned the haze from the grout. So, for all intents and purposes, the grout work is done in both bathrooms. Now, probably needs to be cleaned one more time, some fine detail, but by and large it's done, and I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? That's a nice tile right there. That is a very nice pattern, and I think the black grout just really causes it to pop and accents the entire pattern. I just think it's really nice, very, very warm and old-fashioned feeling. So kudos to Glenna for that choice there.